it like rocket fuel.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gators. 53. Get this worm on. Check.
Now. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Down. 8-3.
It's now 2nd and 6
Bravo.
at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
How about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Ito Smith, his first carry. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Ito Smith, 79 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschko with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 9 now. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
70, Indy.
56-yard line.
53, Mike, 53. Get in the way.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, Herbert. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Herbert. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Let's get that ball.
Off the play fake. Herbert. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's caught. Smith. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Check.
Allen now on first down. This complete to Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career. And maybe more importantly, a first down. A first down carry for Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second and a couple, Allen.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
955. Hey, eat. Check right. 955. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put them on. 5 wide.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. It's caught. Jones. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Allen again. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And again, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go. On the ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Hauschka now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Herbert. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Emmanuel Ogbah drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking downfield for Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on second down. Herbert. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A big play here for the Bills. 56 yards on the ground. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that,
and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ito Smith with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 4. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back to throw. Herbert. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play here for Buffalo. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
And the Bills' first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. He goes underneath the Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down now. It's Harris, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Now here's another carry for Harris, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
It's 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. And it is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Smith. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The 20. And he's got his target. That's more. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. David Moore, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
218, chopper.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
There you go. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Goes underneath here to White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. They run with Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
58, the mic. Let's go.
They run again with Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Herbert flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So after the INT, it's Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, D.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Complete to Jones. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And it's third down.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Allen. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. So Allen's going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to...
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Watkins, the intended receiver. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Mike. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. I got you, son. I got you. You're all 56, 56. You're all up. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Allen's pass, intended for Zay Jones, incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
56, 56. Pass 85, pass 85.
Allen going to go on 4th down.
On the team.
Buying time to his left. Caught by Jones. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.